Peace, y'all. It's Aisha RaQuel, and we back with Aisha by Nature. As y'all see, we in a new setting. I'm sure y'all feel the vibes are so different. Everything is different. And I just want to continue to show up and express and use my voice and be an example, be a vessel, you know, for all of the shifts, for all of the events, I would say. That's not even the word I'm trying to say. For the quest, man, for the quest. Be an example, be a guide, be a resonance, be a light for others on the quest. You know what I mean? Like, life is so divine as I experience so much change, as I experience so much newness. The underlying energy of it all is that I know God is in control. I know God is, you know, unfolding a specific plan with everything. And you gotta surrender. You gotta know that God, know that the universe is orchestrating. As it came to me yesterday, like, God is mixing and mastering your life. You hear me? Like, for those that are into music and sound design, sound engineering, like, you know how intricate mixing and mastering can be. That's where I've been with life. It's crazy because I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna be real vulnerable right now. Something that I really haven't told many people. I've been learning engineering, mixing, mastering, producing. I've been learning so much over the past 2 years, I would say. And that has put me in a new space of creating. Like, I'm not just gonna go in anybody's studio and just like make a song and push it out to y'all fast. Like, that's not what I came here to do. And that's what people think that an artist or a musician should be doing. It's like, if you the mailman, you deliver mail. If you make music, you deliver the music at the same rate. Like, and it's a guaranteed rate. You know, the mail gonna come every week at a certain time. Like, sometimes that ain't even guaranteed, but you see what I'm saying? Like, so I've been needing to learn why did God bestow these gifts upon me? Why did Spirit want me to be a music artist in this lifetime? And with that knowing, you know, of why I chose this mission, it's like, okay, what does that look like for you? What does it look like, you know? So that alone forces me to surrender so much. Like, it's not when I want to do it all the time. I mean, and even the music that comes through, like, it's hard for me to take credit for it all, because I know it's higher. I know, if you've heard Aisha RaQuel music, you feel it. And I swear, I want y'all to know that I be feeling that same energy when I'm creating it. So it's a truly divine exchange that I'm learning how to create a structure with it. I'm learning how to put it in a box and give it to the people, like, which isn't my best. It's not one of my strengths, I must say, but I'm so excited because I've been learning so much about how to do that and how much that's needed as well, you know. Speaking of the last video, like, finding your balance. But in this one, we talking about radical acceptance. I know y'all can feel like, is she different in this one? Like, because this is a topic that I'm very vulnerably experiencing right now. Like radical acceptance. I'm in need of radical acceptance. And I don't even know the definition of the word radical, but it just sounds like it gots to happen. You know, like it gots to happen. Like it's, and it needs to not only just be a little bit. Like I thought I was accepting some shit with life changing, but I wasn't accepting it. I wasn't accepting it to the level that I needed to the depth that I needed to. And life been lifing, and it has orchestrated a way for me to begin to accept on a deeper level what life is, who I am, how I've been functioning, who I desire to be, and how to put that into this world, how the world is operating, how things are, rather than me like, I don't want it to be like that. I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna look at this. But nah, like radical acceptance is so important for many stages on the quest, man. Like, you might need to accept something when you don't really want the specific thing. Like you asking for like a house, like a big house, and that's fine. Like keep that. But know that on the way to that big house, like on the quest to that big house, you might have to accept something a little different. Like, but it's just piecing you to the, it's still orchestrating the path and piecing you to the next step and the next step and the next step. Like, it's such a beautiful and scary thing, like knowing that God and the universe, knowing that spirit, knowing that the world is creating a way to give you everything that you desire. That's shit that you don't even know you desire yet. You feel me? Like, so beautiful, but it might not feel like that at first because the familiar has been removed. And it might not feel like that at first because you don't know what's next. You don't know what's now, and it could be very scary. It is very scary. And a lot of people don't talk about it. People talk about like, yeah, I'm, on my new thing, unfazed. But I'm not that person. I'm here to be real and raw with y'all. And plus, man, I'm a Pisces stellium. And for y'all that don't know astrology, Pisces stellium is when you got a lot of Pisces energy in your chart. A stellium is when you got a lot of one sign in your chart. So as rough as I appear on the outside, like I'm so sensitive. So sensitive. I feel the subtle things, but that's also my gift. I can feel into the subtle things. That's how I receive. That's how I see. I hear. That's how I receive my messages. By subtleties, like kind of like water flows. How water flows. That's how the energy is delivered to me. That's how these words are delivered to me to speak to y'all, to myself as well. So I have to accept radically that that's who I am and how I am, even though it's not celebrated in society. And with that acceptance, I also have to, accept everything that comes with it. I'm going to feel very deeply things that I really don't want to be feeling sometimes. And on top of that, I got to learn how to master the feelings too, so I don't get so overwhelmed by them. So radical acceptance is something that we got to tap into on many different levels, whether it's accepting something about ourselves, accepting something about a situation that we can't control, and knowing, let me tap on that. Like, with radical acceptance comes the release of control. Like, you can't control people. You can't control how things unfold in your life. All you can control is yourself and how you respond to these things and what you do next. And it took me a minute to even want to hear that. But it's so freeing once you really tap into it. Like that's what confidence is to me. Like, being able to know that you don't control nobody else. Being able to control yourself and the things that you want and the things that you don't want. and being able to accept that and like show up in that, like no matter what, you know, no matter where you at, no matter who you around. Like I know myself, and I know that I have control only over me, you know, so I'm gonna control the fuck out myself. Like I'm gonna, you know, I'll give myself all the control, you know. Like it's so beautiful, but it's not an easy task. It's not easy, and you gotta be okay with that. You gotta be okay with the steps, the little steps you gotta take to, you know, be able to release control and to accept change. It's like a grieving process, honestly. Like it's definitely been a grieving process for me, y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100. I've been grieving for a long time. Like it's been a long time because there's been a lot of changes, but at the same time I've been having the time of my life, like because of the freedom and because of the possibilities. And yeah, so life gonna keep on going. You know, you gotta keep moving. You gotta set yourself free and move on and accept change and begin to speak beautiful words to yourself. Like, you know, speak life into yourself. Like, man, I don't know, y'all ain't gonna be able to see this, but my tattoo says lively up yourself. That's a Bob Marley song, like one of my favorite Bob Marley songs, because it's about recharging yourself and giving yourself the light that, not even giving yourself the light because you already are the light, but tapping into the light that you are, tapping into your light, your sweetness, your flavor, like, and not looking for that outside of you nowhere, because the flavor you looking for, baby, you only gonna be able to find it at you restaurant. You feel me? The restaurant of you, universe. Like you ain't gonna be able to find it in nobody else and nothing else. So accept whatever it is that you need to accept. Give yourself grace and space to make sense and fathom it. Leave that old story alone, whatever it is. And as I'm saying this, please know that I'm dealing with this as well. Like, we all go through this shit. You are not alone. You are not alone. If you feel anything like me right now, like, you are not alone. And although things don't really make sense right now, you gotta just trust that you are taken care of. You are protected. You are provided for. And you are constantly being led to your next step. So yeah, man, give yourself some grace. Give yourself all the things you need. And, you know, watch this over and over again if you need to. Go listen to some Aisha RaQuel music. Go listen to your favorite artists. Listen to some jazz. Listen to the silence. You know, feel into whatever you got to feel into in order for you to move through. Because that's the goal. What's next, you know? Where I want to go. What I want to do. Because you deserve it. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are lovable. You are love in motion. You know? And people deserve to experience that. So, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll be back with more insight on this quest. So yeah, peace.